Hey, Fire Shadow, what's up, man? It's a Rose. Hello. Happy Thursday, guys. Welcome in. We're gonna run that ad break. Hello. Gonna run the ad break real quick, and we'll get things started here.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. All right, ad break has started. We'll get that out of the way, and we'll get the show on the road here. Picking up where we left off on Tuesday. It has been baked since. And so have I. Ha ha! All right, 10 seconds on the ad break. All right, welcome back from the ad break and welcome to the stream today. Happy Thursday to you guys. I hope you're all having a good day and a good week. We are continuing the Jerboa, the half-naked Jerboa. He's poor guy looks like he has mange right now. Oh boy. So today we're gonna try to get these legs done. I want them done. We will see how long we can go on stream today. I of course have central air and everything, but I've already explained. My office gets a little bit warm, always, because of PCs and a reptile habitat and the lights that go with that. And then there's only one vent in this room. It's like 90 something degrees outside. I don't know. It feels like when you open the door, it feels like you're stepping through a gateway into hell itself, you know? Um, and I would equate this weather to being hell. So it gets a little bit warm in here. I got the fan on, I got the AC on. We'll see if it can maintain in this room, especially with the added lights. But we will go as long as we can. This isn't a comfort issue by any means. It's purely a matter of when it gets too warm to work with the clay, especially with what we're doing here today. When it gets too soft, this process becomes next to impossible. So I'm hoping it'll at least let us get through what I want to get done today. That is the game plan. And then all we'll have to do is the back and the face and the tail, and then we sculpt his feet and his paws, and he's ready for painting. So the face might be a couple days. The back should be like a straightforward 1-day job. I might even do some of it off stream. We'll see. But we are in the home stretch on the biggest project that I've ever done. So feels good. Feels good. And of course, we're going to start things off by putting some liquid polymer clay on the legs. We've already got a little bit of hair already made because before I baked him, I went and made the lines a bit even across the knees and filled that in just a little bit, a little tiny bit. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good one. I think it's kind of warm everywhere for all of us right now, huh? It's almost like global, climate change is not a hoax after all. Who would have thought? As much as we wanted to believe the armchair experts versus actual science. But yes, that is where we stand here today. So, yeah, I believe this is it has to be at least close to record heat in the area here. Not to say it doesn't get this warm, but it doesn't usually get this warm this quick. A little bit early on the heat for us. We also need some rain. It's getting quite dry out, When I mowed the other day, I was going over the areas that had, a little bit of grass laying from the last time I mowed, because it's been growing so crazy. It was when I went over all of that with the mower, it was just a cloud of dust. It was awful. It's warm for now. Earlier this week, it was scorching. When Tuesday or Wednesday, I was in a flash flood warning. Oh man. Yeah, we had a tiny little bit of rain on Monday. But it was enough so that by the time, no, maybe it was Tuesday, during when I was like the last hour of the stream at some point, because Menchie was home by the time that this happened. I stepped out back and I noticed there was water on the corner of the gutter dripping, and I was like, "What? Where is that coming from?" And then I noticed the shaded area of the driveway was slightly damp, but between the heat and minimal rain, it was already all evaporated, Starting on Tuesday at around 10 p.m. to Wednesday morning, it rained 1.65 inches. Damn. Yeah, the last good rain we got was a few weeks ago, and man, it came down. It came down. I think our neighbor's pond went up a foot within like a couple hours. But it's creek fed, so that's partly to do with that, all the runoff. But we haven't had much rain since then. So we want this to be slightly angled. And as we work our way back, but then we're going to manipulate the fur. So we'll lay it on like at this angle, but then manipulate the fur slightly downward, right? That's the plan. And I think we're going to start off getting some of that inside area done. Oh man, that big old dummy, I just put my hand right in liquid polymer clay. Well, this is tricky. Hey, Jazzy. Welcome in. Long time no see. Folks, I got my hands full at the moment, but if you are not already doing so, you see the name in chat there, click Jazzy's name and click follow. Show some love. Check out her stream. Phenomenal artist here on Twitch. I still need to import my bot from the other PC over to my PC that these streams run on. Because of course, when I do, on the rare occasion that we do gaming streams, it's a dual PC setup. But these streams, I just stream off of the PC that I normally game on. And the bot is on the other PC. I need to get that moved over. And I want to set up some auto shoutout commands through the bot. Because flying without a mod 99% of the time, I feel bad that I'm not very on top of shoutouts because generally speaking, my hands are full. Let me get this piece on here and then I can properly look at chat. Just don't, this one's being a little bit squirmy. All right. Too much focus mode there. What we got going on? Dual PC, nice. Yeah. Yeah, at one point I decided I'm just going to build a new PC instead of no, it wasn't that. The PC that is my secondary PC used to be my primary, but I got to a point before my most recent graphics card update that the previous graphics card update was going to require a new motherboard. So I just built the computer that we're using to stream right now. And then I have since upgraded the graphics card in that, again, from a 2080 Super to a 4080 Ti Super. Or I'm sorry, 4070 Ti Super. I'm not that fancy. We're here for you, can't do everything. At least I can anyway, so yeah. I need more hands, you know? Like, maybe like 4 more arms would be good. Looking so freaking good, by the way. Thank you, Jazzy. I appreciate it. Yeah. We went through a little phase there where he was driving me crazy. But I'm happy with him, and I'm very proud of the progress I've made on this, considering, like I've said, it's without question the biggest project I've ever done, among other firsts, so I am pretty happy with him. And like I was saying, if If a piece of art that you're working on doesn't drive you a little crazy and you don't leave a little bit of a piece of you with it, is it even art, you know? I mean, I'm not going to go like full Van Gogh and cut off an ear or anything, but, you know. Fire Shadow, what did you do? Oh, it was the bot command. I see. Okay. I thought you got in trouble with the bot for a second. Let's pull up the secondary camera also. We'll get it right there. I'd keep it on that one as the main because it's a nice up close shot, but from that angle, typically my hand's like right in your way, so. The dream is that the housing market will return to some form of new, old normalcy, not new normalcy. And, selling my house right now would be super ideal, but buying a house right now would be less than ideal. And that's kind of the holdup. Not that there's anything wrong with our place. We got a nice place and it serves us well, but there's things that we would like to change. I would like to have, if not a bigger garage, a separate multiple garage situation happening where I could have a proper, workshop. Because like right now, my power tools are just kind of where I can put them, because when I bought the house, it was just me, and the 2-car garage was more than enough. I had plenty of space, but with Minchie moved in and a second car, it's a wonder I can even get the mower in there. So, yeah, I would like to have more of a proper workshop space, and additionally, a little bit of a different setup with my studio space. More room for more things. Some nice built-in shelving, maybe. And a general layout where I can set up a little bit better as far as, meeting the needs with the cameras and stuff like that. But one day, and for now, I think this mostly works. And admittedly, a part of the struggle is just because I'm not on camera. So my camera angle choices are limited in that regard. Maybe someday I'll feel a bit more comfortable with that, but besides, my art is better to look at than me anyway. You know? I haven't gotten in trouble with the bot yet, yes. Effing and blinding at art and DIY be norm? Yeah. I guess it's to be expected, right? We put a lot of our time and energy and a lot of ourselves into our projects. And it's easy to get frustrated by that sometimes when you're talking about something and involving any kind of hobby of passion or anything like that, even interests, we'll say, beyond hobbies. It's really easy to feel a strong emotional reaction, good or bad, you know? Healthy or unhealthy, constructive or otherwise. I love this song. I was watching a little bit of it before it was time for me to get over here and get my butt moving. CNOT Bush on Twitch here. He's another sculptor. And if you're not aware, he was actually the first non-gamer partner on Twitch. Phenomenal work. He's been doing this for about 15 years, I believe. But anyway, he has the owner and co-owner, I think, or his son or something, of cosplay, the clay that I'm using. Yeah, they're on his stream doing a Q&A thing because, of course, CNOT has a working relationship with them, I believe. This is the cosplay box, of course. That's actually one of CNOT's sculpts. So that's pretty cool. But, yeah, they're over there doing a little Q&A thing today. Pretty interesting stuff. And cosplay is actually a company out of my state. Unfortunately, I live a little too far away to go do like order pickups. I do have it shipped to me, but it was pretty interesting to see an owner of a company like really passionate about his product and actually uses it, himself. And yeah, pretty fascinating. Oh no, Fire Shadow couldn't get enough people to do a heist. All right, we'll stop there. All right. Thankfully, we don't have to do. Well, we will have to do a few more small ones today, like the little tiny ones we were working with before, just for the underside of the leg, I think. But other than that, we don't have to worry about that too much. Obviously, we can't go too crazy, but. And today we're listening to a new mix, Classic Rock Run. I don't know. It's a YouTube playlist, but I'm digging it. And if you guys, if you're open to more modern music too and would like a mix of that, do let me know. I try to stick with things that I enjoy, but also are more widely appealing. Because I could make plenty of playlists that probably everyone would hate, but obviously don't want to do that, so I stick to more of a broad appeal approach. Okay. And then, of course, before we continue, I like to go in and cut these back just so I can use both hands and not try to do everything one-handed there. Also lets me have a little bit more control on how close I'm getting when we cut that off, because the less excess clay, the better, for multiple reasons. And especially when you're working in smaller areas like we have been. Hopefully Minchie's feeling better today, man. She was down for the count last night with a migraine. Okay. Let's get that right area, this portion right in here. And then we'll start kind of doing our directional placement. Also, great song. Great band. I think, yeah, we got a tiny little bit behind the knee there. Man. Yeah, I'm glad that I decided to pause where we did on Tuesday and give this guy a bake, because with the exception of the liquid polymer clay being in the way, it's much easier not having to worry about touching everything like we've sculpted, you know. Oh no, come on now. Why you gotta do this? There we go. And we want that to curve that way slightly. See, this is why these portions take so much time. It's a lot of little details and whatnot to focus on. And waiting for food. Very nice. What are we getting today? I had McDonald's for breakfast again. I can't help it, man. Those breakfast burritos have always been one of my favorites, and then their hash browns. So good. But other than that, I don't really like McDonald's, so my arm is not supposed to bend this way. Hash browns, oh man, I just love potatoes. I mean, what's not to love about potatoes? You can do so much with them, and everything is delicious. Mashed potatoes, roasted potatoes, baked potatoes, hash browns, twice baked potatoes, potato skins. They're just what a great thing potatoes are. Potato bread even. Potato bread is amazing. This arm is right in the way. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Exactly. Exactly. Any of those things, I'm fine with it. Oh no, I had it right there. All right. That will do because I cannot see. All right, not bad for flying blind there. It's gotten brighter under my bed. I can tell I've sorted my table out a bit. But yeah, you lined that with lights, right? Am I remembering correctly? Hey, get back here. Whether you like it or not, you're going to be a piece of fur. Now get on there. You have no say in this. Yes, but it's still daylight for now, so it gets back to winter. Yeah. Hey, we're almost well, maybe it's different for other places, but we're quickly approaching the point of the year where we're back on the decline on day length. If not already past, maybe? I don't know. I'd have to look. It's crazy to think that what are we, like a week away from July? What the hell? I don't understand. Then it starts going back dark at 4 p.m. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. And it's weird too because I prefer nighttime. I've always been a night person. Um, but I don't know, when the days are short like that, it feels like it throws everything off. It makes me feel rushed during the day to try to get stuff done, and we're going to do the underside of the leg, get that done and out of the way. And that'll be just like one little strip just for coverage, and then we'll overlap it with the sides as they drape down across. At least that's the plan. We'll find out about the execution later. Stay tuned. Jesus, I hope I'm saying that right too, by the way. Welcome in. Good to see you. You know, I'm not familiar with this song. What is this? What is Life by George Harrison? Well, I know George Harrison. I am? Okay, good. Just want to make sure I'm getting it right. We're doing the same thing we've done every night, Pinky. Try to take over, putting fur on a jerboa. You know, I never really listened to the words on this song beyond the chorus. This dude has some serious agoraphobia, huh? Like, I thought I was bad. But. Rest of food acquired? Nice. I ended up not having pizza last night. I know we talked about, or not last night, but Tuesday. I talked about ordering a pizza. But, I just made something that was in the freezer. I was too hungry to deal with it. Waiting on delivery and all that. But today at the grocery store, I got myself some drumsticks. The ice cream, that is. Do they have, you guys have drumsticks over your way? I don't know, like UK, Europe? Or is that like a... Drumsticks are, they're like ice cream cones. And the top of it is dipped in chocolate. And you can get them with nuts or without. And the inside of the waffle cone has like a chocolate coating. And then there's fudge in the center of the ice cream. Oh my God. They're so good. It's been a long time since I've had them. It's hot. And I was at the grocery store. I thought, you know what? I am going to get myself a little box of drumsticks. And I did. Master, you stop that, line craftery. Good to see you, man. There's another one, folks. Like I said, my hands are full at the moment, and I'm going to get auto shout outs set up so we don't have to worry about these things. But if you are not already doing so, line craftery there in the chat, click his name, click follow, show some love, and check out his stream. Amazing work. Amazing art. Highly recommend. In fact, we got a few here. Let's see, can I remember my multi exclamation point MSO at... Since Twitch only lets me do one shout out every 15 years. There it is. There it is. Multi shout out. Be sure you're following those folks. chicken drumsticks or a sweet brand called Swizzles, which is near to where I am. A sweet from a brand. Oh, okay. Hey, Linecrafty, no worries, sir. No worries. I am gonna have a selection of folks set up when they say something in chat, like when they initially come into stream and the first time they speak each time. It'll go ahead and give them a shout out because I'm going to do so otherwise, and that way, if I have my hands full, my bot takes care of it for me, and thusly prevents me from forgetting by the time my hands are free. A sweet company in England? Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, as much as I hate to admit it, I think drumsticks made by Nestle. Big oof on that one, but again, I don't hardly ever get them. They're just really good, and it sounded good, and my $4 to a despicable company, as I like to at least think, is somewhat offset by the other things that we do. I could be wrong though. Maybe it's not Nestle. I just honestly don't know. I was gonna say this is Joan Jett, isn't it? And it is. Stones? No. Oh, duh. I know this song. That guitar sounded like Stone's guitar for a minute there. Boy, this is worse than trimming my beard, you know? I thought I was picky about that. Here we are. Doing Jerboa manicures and shit. Swizzles in a town called New Mills. Now I'm thinking of rainbow drops. What are rainbow drops? I'm thinking of those little gumdrop candies with the sugar on them. Is that the same thing? I want to go to Sweden and go crazy candy shopping because I love Scandinavian candy and stuff. Not a big black licorice fan as far as like American black licorice goes. But man, that salty licorice, That's good stuff, man. It's been a long time, but I used to order it online once in a while. I think I need to order some more. They do have sugar on them though? Oh, okay. Yeah, the black licorice we have here in the U.S. is awful. That stuff's disgusting. I don't like it. Um, red licorice I'm fine with, but I need to stop thinking about it because now like my mouth is watering and I want some. Black licorice is nasty and should be stopped. Crafty Doll Gamer, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Yeah, I can't think of the name. I'd have to look on my account to see what the kind that I get is. But it's a Swedish licorice. It's the salty kind, you know? Ah, I love that stuff. Menchie absolutely hates it. She hates the smell. But that's fine. You know, she cooks weird shit like chicken gizzards and stuff. I don't know. Makes my house smell weird. Oh. And all of her seafood. Ugh. She was cooking salmon the other day and I could not. Oh my god. I can't. That smell is so bad. Not a fan of fish and seafood. With the exception of fried clams once in a while. And on a very rare occasion, some shrimp, but it's yeah. Well, and I try not to give her a hard time because poor woman can only eat so much stuff because she's gluten intolerant. Among other things, line craftery. You guys should talk. Um, when she heard what you were dealing with, she's all too familiar. So, but so she has to like do actual research to figure out what she can eat without making it make her feel miserable, you know, and but man, I'll tell you, sometimes I feel like my kitchen is more of a science lab than and like both of us, it's really frustrating, I'm sure, because she's had to go back to eating like chicken and stuff. Um, and both of us, you know, I'm not vegan by any means. In fact, I just can't really stand a lot of vegan stuff, like vegan cuisine. It just doesn't do it for me. I don't like quinoa. I don't, it's gritty and I just, ugh, I can't. Um, but that's the gist of it, you know. It's just a matter of like I've tried like a lot of the things that I've tried. I can't get behind it. You know what I mean? Um, taste or texture wise. But her and I both have made substantial efforts to minimize, you know, the meat that we eat. Um, I still enjoy, you know, a nice burger or whatever from time to time, but it's minimal. And you know, where we can get substitutes, we do, and that's what we were doing exclusively for the most part. But yeah, it's just she's had to change that up because she's got to go with what she can, you know. Yeah, she has fun with it for the most part, though. She likes trying new recipes, and I think I think Saturday. There's a possible chance I might stream for a bit on Saturday because she said if she's feeling better anyway. Um, she said something about possibly going to this vegan food festival thing. So I'm not going. Um, anxiety and all of that aside, I'm not interested. You know. I would say if anything, I strive to be more of a vegetarian than anything, I guess. Because I just can't like vegan cheese, man. Nah, that that's not cheese. That's lies. That's what that is. You know, oat milk and almond milk I'm fine with, but cheese, nah. You can't fake cheese. Vegan ice cream is deadly for me. I don't have to restrain oneself. Oh yeah, same with chocolate milkshakes made with soya milk. Yeah. My only complaint about oat milk is it looks gross, you know? It's kind of like got a brown color to it almost, like a tan beige color. Kind of gross. And another reason I could never be completely vegan is I love bacon. I just and the artificial bacon is fine. I've got some and I rather enjoy it. It makes some really good BLTs with that, as a matter of fact, but you know, it's still not actual bacon. The good news is though I hate cooking bacon, so I barely ever have it. And the artificial bacon is much easier to cook. So, imitation bacon, I guess, is more apt. Meanwhile, I still have a bit of spots from eating some mild cheddar. What, did you have a reaction to it or something? What do you mean? That is one thing I'm glad I'm not lactose intolerant. I think over the years I've developed a bit of intolerance with certain things when it comes to dairy, but I don't drink like cow's milk anymore, so that's a little less dairy. I used to drink a lot of milk. Like when I was a teenager, my mother would actually get pissed at me because we'd go through too much milk. Imagine, of all the things, of all the things. I was such a terrible kid, you know? Little bastard drinking all the milk. If you don't like cooking bacon, could spend the extra money and buy it pre-cooked. Yeah, but that's not the same. I don't think that's the same. And I also don't get to get the bacon that I like. Because if I do put myself through actually cooking bacon, I get the like smoked peppered stuff. Now, I've heard of people cooking it in the stove or in the oven. As long as it gets crispy, because if it's floppy, it's no good. That's what she said. I have too much dairy, then boom, spots. Oh no. Yeah, the thing that messes me up the most is if I have a lot of dairy and also a lot of it is milk, um, then I start feeling a little crappy, you know? Not literally, well, but like ice cream never really bothers me, you know? And cheese definitely never really bothers me. And I have cottage cheese for breakfast almost every morning. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Your sister bakes bacon? Yeah, I know of people that do it and they it comes out crispy and everything. The hell was this? Is that an intro? I've never heard that. That's Tom Petty. All right, let's get that underneath. Yeah, we're going to forego that piece for a moment. Grandma used to put bacon under the grill. Do I have any soy chocolate milk? Oh no. You know, now that you mention it, I probably should have checked mine. Well, not chocolate milk, but my oat milk. I went to the store today and may very well need more milk. All right, so this guy needs to go right about there. Anybody got any good, exciting plans for the weekend, or are we just hanging out this weekend? It's going to be too hot here, man. This is the kind of weather where I wish I had a pool. But with a pool, because it comes a bunch of headaches and nonsense, so that won't ever happen. Maybe if we lived somewhere where we could keep the pool open all year round, but that is definitely not here. Hugh! How's Hugh today?
Spoon!
Indeed. Hugh, how's it going, man? Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Stick flinging? I might attempt to mow the yard this weekend. Oh man, you just made me remember that I'm probably going to have to do that at some point in this heat. Ugh. You want to come mow mine too? I mean, if you do, you're more than welcome to. I suppose that I could, do without the mowing and let someone else do it. I unfollowed as I followed? Oh no. Wow. That was a quick turnaround, Hugh. I'm sorry if I disappointed you. Mouse clicks acting up. Oh no. You got the turbo mode on where it does the multi clicks? Never bad to have Phil Collins in the playlist. I can deal with this. Technically Genesis though, right? It seems so. All right, so we're gonna. How much space do we got? We're gonna do half of this, like tiny ones, for the little hairs. Trying to remember what they're called. Elephant shrew. Oh, this is a jerboa. Specifically modeled after the jerboas from the game Ark Survival Evolved. Yeah, these guys right here. Oh. We are going to go with a gray color scheme on ours, though. Something like this guy. Yeah. Something like that guy. I don't have a reference on the gray, but not yet anyway. Hey, thanks, you. Yeah, this little guy's taking some time, but I'm happy with how he's coming along here. And you know what? It's been a pretty solid playlist that we've tested out here today so far. I did not make this one, I just found it. Time to see if I remember what I was doing in Fallout 4. Well, rule number 1, right? Thou shalt always get distracted by bullshit. That's probably what you were doing. That's what I'm always doing in Fallout. Yeah, we get to do a lot of this, Hugh. That's what we've been doing. Real slow process, but I think that the end result is definitely worth it. Level 35, I don't remember the last time I played. Dude, I'm in the 80s now on 76. This is the furthest I've ever gone. And we still have a whole lot to do. By the way, yesterday, I meant to say, or not, yeah, why do I keep saying yesterday? It was Tuesday. I remember Tuesday during stream, that Runaway Train song came on while we were taking a break, and I've got wireless headphones, so even when I'm stepped away, I can still hear. And that song came on, and it made me think back to Andy's stream when he was showing when they were playing in his band, and that guy, the drunk guy in the crowd, was singing. Because it was that song. I meant to say something when I came back and I forgot about it. We were talking about something else by then. All right. Some Steely Dan. It's a pretty good mix. So far, everything's been pretty upbeat. All right. We need a tiny one. Okay. Nice. That wasn't too bad at all. Why is it when I want it to stick to my tool, it refuses? You know? But then when I don't want it to, it's like, I'm gonna hang on for dear life. Now, I don't want this layer like sticking out a lot, but we don't want it like super matted down, right? Because this is kind of, I just want it to kind of rest naturally. Towards the inside, I'll sweep it like towards the middle and push it in. And then as it's coming down here, we'll kind of make it curl back a little bit and overhang the edge. And then this underlayer will provide a little bit of a support for that clay. Strawberries, man, that sounds good. You know what sounds good? Strawberry shortcake. That sounds amazing. Been a long time since I've had strawberry shortcake. I might have to change that. Paul McCartney and Wings. I don't know that I'm not familiar with this part of Paul McCartney's career. I like that guitar. It's like dirty. Got that buzz to it. I like it. All right. Drink and stretch break real quick. Let's get that out of the way. What time are we looking at? 1:33. Yeah, we got a half hour and we'll have to take a break to give the dog her meds. So we'll just take a quick little stretch break here. Not even a break screen or anything, just take a little pause. All right. Where's my drink? Oh, I see your picture. The pictures you posted there. Rose. Those kind of look like nerds. The rainbow drops? At least from what I can tell. Interesting. Raspberry and milk flavored chewy lolly. You know what? We've got something like that here. It's not like raspberry and milk flavored, but it's made out of like honey and something. But it comes on a stick like that and it's wrapped very much the same. Apple and cherry ones are nice. That sounds good. Speaking of apple things, there's apple soda. That's very good. It's from Mexico. Yeah, that stuff is awesome. Also, Japan has the right idea, man. Japan has all these like melon flavored drinks. Everybody else in the world needs to get on board with this and make this more common because melon drinks are amazing. One of my drink mixes is a melon that's kind of like honeydew. Oh, it's so good. So, just a little bit of a close up what we've gotten done so far today. All up through here, underneath the leg, and we're going to continue to work back So right about here. And then that way we'll leave a little bit of a seam kind of like this. And that way, well, on the shoulders as well here. And when we come over it with the back here, then we can layer all of that over as we need to. And then this will all get blended around the base of the tail. Oh no. I'm gonna work this clay a little bit. So far that, yeah, that's better. I'm telling you guys though, after this project's done, our next project is gonna feel like it's done. Maybe I'm talking about, maybe I'm gonna regret saying any of this, but I kind of feel like the next project's gonna feel like it's done before we even get started compared to this thing. It's gonna come with its own set of obstacles, I should say, I guess. Got to make some decisions on the armature. Got to figure out how we're going to do Oblina's mouth because it's super weird compared to, scale wise, compared to the rest of her body. And then the eyelash factor. I was thinking about using artificial eyelashes. Because I mean, granted, I'm not looking at a reference at the moment, but if I do recall correctly, she has some pretty pronounced eyelashes. I feel like artificial lashes might be the way to go. Assuming I can find the right ones. Might even use some resin teeth. We'll see. And then after Oblina, I need to decide if the next project is going to be Mr. Handy from Fallout. I don't know. that one will be a challenge in and of itself. A drastically different challenge. A lot of measurements. A lot of duplicating pieces. Also, I felt bad because it took me a minute to even realize I had a message on Discord because it was a message request and I didn't see it. But I had someone message me about the Jerboa here. And they were asking if it was a commission, and if not, if he was for sale. Because they were interested in buying him, but I've never done commission work. And it's kind of flattering to have someone interested in buying my work. That being said, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be selling this piece. It's kind of becoming special, I guess. At least to me. It's my first big project, you know what I mean? I hate to. And the first, well, you guys know, I don't need to tell you. It's the first, a lot of things. And because of that, I just kind of want to hold on to them, you know? Even though I have absolutely no idea where I'm going to put him. This is the Guess Who. We just listened to a song by them the other day on Andy's stream, didn't we? Never heard this song. Yeah, I have. Never mind. I recognize this. Okay. All right, one more piece and then we'll straighten all those out. All right, brush time. Let's get some of that underlayer down a little bit. All right, let's see. Did an ad just run? Yep, it did. Of course it did. I was gonna say we could take the break a little bit early and get it out of the way, but we'll just wait. Give it another 10 minutes and we'll take our break. I'll get the dog taken care of and then we should be good for the remainder of the stream today. Maybe I'm overestimating the time it's going to take to do these legs, huh? What's new? I suppose time to save Nick Valentine. Get himself in some trouble. Yeah, man, she was feeling so bad last night she didn't even play any Fallout. I was on my own. Hoping that's not the case tonight. Captured by Slim. Oh, jeez. Leaving your poor friend Nick hanging, huh? Shame on you, sir. Don't you even. That piece tried to sabotage itself. Can you believe that? I don't know this song. I don't even know who this is. Haven't even gotten Kate yet. I get Piper and Strong. Good old Piper. Piper was my girl when I played through it, you know? You can get Piper's outfit somehow in 76, by the way. All right, all right. Let's put one right there. Get one right here for overlap, but we need to get our hairs in place first. Start getting some of that downward curl. Great. Let's see. We got 3 more pieces here. Alarm's gonna go off here any second for me to get. Yep, there it is. It's time for me to give the dog her meds, so we will continue here in just a moment. But I'll give you guys a little bit of a closer look at what we're working with here. We're getting there. Right about one more row, we can kind of go in with a little bit longer cuts. So that'll go quicker. It's just this portion right here. Really, well, and back in the seam that we really need to kind of work with and be careful. Probably put a small, like just a little bit of a small cuttings in through here. Maybe 3 more pieces. And then that'll get overlapped. So, yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Let's hop over here. Well, we won't hop over anywhere. I'll tell you what. I'll throw some links in the chat real quick before we go on a quick break. Link in the chat right now to the main YouTube channel, Feral Moon Designs. That's where you can find all the time lapses and showcase videos for all my previous projects and showcase videos for all current and future projects. So be sure you're subscribed over there. Check those out. You can find our, not only the previous project to this, but my first sculpt on stream. What is your problem, sir? The dog's being a dumbass. All right then. What was I saying? Ah, yes. No. Right. Anyway, be sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't miss out on any of that. We got the previous project is actually up there. You can check the showcase. That's what I was saying before my dog rudely interrupted. And linked in the chat, you can find a link to the Discord as well. Best place for all the latest updates on the stream, any updates on the stream schedule, upcoming projects. Plus, there's channels in there to share your artwork with the rest of us. Let us see what you're working on and let us know when you're going live. So just do keep in mind it is a manual access role assignment. So when you join, you're in a little bit of a waiting room until we get that role assigned to you. But we generally get that done real quick. And it's just like that. Real quick. Man, that thing's special. You got pretty neat comments from the people visiting me. Wait, what do you mean? About the sculpture and how immersive the stream looks? Oh, you got company there watching with you? Is that what you mean? Ah, okay, okay. Well, that's cool, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was just saying a little bit ago. I got a message. I won't name names or anything. I got a message from someone after the last stream. It took me a bit to find it because it was a message request on Discord, so I apologize for that. But it's the first time anybody's ever like directly messaged me and inquiring on purchasing one of my pieces. You know what I mean? And that it means a lot, regardless of the fact that he's not for sale. I still appreciate it because, I mean, is there a better compliment to an artist than somebody liking their work to the extent that they are interested in purchasing it, you know? Um, so I'm sorry to say it's not for sale, but I certainly appreciate it, you know? But, yeah. One day though, I do want to learn molding and casting. If you're familiar with Andy Mecca, he's done some of that on his stream. And I think it's a great way to, uh, number one, just expand my ability. You know, I've never done molding and casting, and I very much want to. But also, it's a way that I can replicate some things that I make on stream and sell it for cheaper. Like, if at the amount of time that this guy's taken and he's not even done yet, I don't even know what kind of price tag I would put on this. You know what I mean? And then I feel bad, which I shouldn't, because it's my work and my time. But it's just one of those things, isn't it? Just one of those things. Down the road, like way down the road, if especially if streaming and sculpting goes real well, um, one thing that I would love to do is get the equipment to be able to 3D scan. What is it? This is a cover, isn't it? But anyway, 3D scan these, my sculpts, right? 3D scan them and then print them. That would be super cool. But that's some pricey equipment, you know? I mean, relatively, it's not so bad these days, but it's still more equipment and it comes with a price tag, so. But anyway, yeah, let me go give the dog her meds and then we'll get back to work here so we can get at least one of these legs finished on stream today. Once again, vastly underestimating the time it's going to take to do this, but at least we're going in with a plan. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here, hanging out with me. Give me just a few and we will continue on. I'll see you in just a moment. All right, I'll tell you what. So that this ad break isn't intruding on us, let's go ahead and run that and get it done. And then once that's done, we'll continue on here. And in the meantime, we'll just kind of hang out. I was reading about some folks saying that they turned off the automatic ad rule and just got really, really good about taking breaks on the hour every hour and running a 3-minute ad at the top of the hour and just getting them done. I don't know if that's the way to go or not, though. I mean, is a minute and a half every 30 minutes bad or 3 minutes once an hour? I don't know which is better. You know what I mean? I feel like 3 minutes is an awful long time to roll ads, even if it is only once an hour. Plenty of people are doing it like that. My problem is, though, is like I've got to get into a better routine about taking breaks on the hour. I want to do it anyways, just for my back. But a lot of times I'm like, man, I'll sit there and we get to working on something, you know? And then I look at the clock and like 2.5 hours have passed. Like I know for a fact my ad breaks only run every 30 minutes, but I swear when I'm sitting here, I look up, it feels like it's constant because the time is just passing so fast, you know? I know that feeling. Yeah, I feel like streaming makes time pass quicker as it is, but then streaming while crafting or working on a project like this, my God, it's like you just slip into a void and time is just different. Oh, I wonder what time it is. Oh, it's 2 to 3 hours. They're mysteriously just gone. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Good way to pass the day, I suppose. That's for sure. Um, I'm gonna make sure we got a little bit to help it stick in there because it's already of a bit of a weird spot, a little awkward, and when it wants to slide around and not stick, it makes it that much more difficult. So. That being said, we're going to use a few smaller pieces than what we have. So let's see. You know how many times people have told me I sound like him? Like my voice, I don't know. I've only ever heard his singing voice, but some Springsteen. One of the pics I posted of the scaly bugger was taken at oh jeez. Yeah, I used to when I was just sculpting for YouTube. I would sculpt pretty late. But now that I save most of it for stream, I don't do that so much. That's right. We need a few small pieces, so let's make sure we get those. My hot chocolate was cold. Boo. Well, if you set the hot chocolate outside for a bit here, it would definitely be hot. Oh no. Also, I've decided on the final day of this project, we are listening to nothing but ARC music. You know? We're going to listen to the ARC soundtrack a bit on the final day of the project. It's just all musical stuff, but some of it's pretty epic, and I feel like that's kind of appropriate, you know? Close out the project. And after spending as much time as this project has taken, I am absolutely going to spend a little bit of time on the showcase on this guy. I mentioned previously that my old videos on the channel prior to my little hiatus there, it started off being filmed with a phone. And then I ended up getting a DSLR camera and learned how to use it and started doing showcases with the DSLR. And then in the process of the hiatus, forgot how to use it. So I need to relearn it a little bit. And I'm going to use this as the means to do that. And I am going to be promoting the hell out of this project because after spending this much time on it, I'm not just going to like post it on YouTube and let their shitty algorithm do me bad again, you know? I'm going to share it with the socials for the studio that makes Ark the game. They, in their Steam updates and whatnot, on a weekly basis, they do a section that's solely dedicated to fan art and whatnot. So let's get this guy in there, you know? I blame the internet and a certain drawing. Distracting, and the hot chocolate sat there a little bit too long. Is that it? I will say I'm glad I woke up, man. I don't know what my deal was this morning, but I got out of bed. It was all I could do to make it to the kitchen. I was so disoriented and out of it. I was starting to worry, like, this is going to be tough to do anything, much less stream and work on the project. But thankfully, some caffeine and movement snapped me out of it. I'm feeling a lot better. Yesterday was a pretty big day, though. Got up early, got moving, and hit the road. I had to make I did a couple hours of driving yesterday to make a dispensary trip. So between getting up early and then a long drive, I'm sure that didn't help. Also, found out that, see, we only have medical dispensaries at the moment. We had legal medical, but in November of last year, we voted to legalize recreational, and they still haven't got that whole thing going yet, of course. But it sounds like as of like next week sometime, the dispensary I go to is going to start serving the general public. So that's cool. I mean, it's going to kind of suck for a while because it's going to be busy as hell and the waits are going to be long, but that'll calm down with time. Couldn't distract oneself with crafty tutorials. Wait, what do you mean? We need like matrix tech, you know, where you can just plug in and learn a new skill like that. 'Cause I got all this stuff I want to learn and no time to learn all of it. You know what I mean? Oh, when the hot chocolate went cold? Yeah. I've done that with my coffee in the mornings. Sit down to drink it and then I start watching something, I get distracted and then I forget about my coffee and then it's cold. That one might have to go. I'm not too keen on how that's sitting there. See if I can brush it down some. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. All right. We're gonna space the next one back a good bit though. And let's go with a thicker one, like thicker as in like more hairs. And we'll plop him down right there. And then we're gonna repeat the same right behind that one. And then once again, and we'll go right beside that. And then this guy is gonna call that spot home. I say shit like that, I feel like Bob Ross, like happy little fur, you know. This happy little fur is gonna call this little spot right here home. The zombies, yeah, I don't know about this one. We're gonna skip. The black crows? Yes, please. We'll accept it. Have you thought about what color? Yeah, he's gonna be a gray scale one. So various shades of gray and lighter, like cream. I don't have any references yet, but I have enough sculpting references that I figured I'd just wait on the painting references, you know. Now, how I'm going to paint him, that's going to be interesting. Anybody more adept with painting